Hey folks, we're on point today with Jim Davis of iHeartRadio. Thank you for joining us today, Jim.
Good to be here, Shane. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
we're going to talk about the Hot Doggin for Hoops charity motorcycle event.
Yes.
So this is an event that's primarily sponsored by Black Sheep Harley Davidson and iHeart, along with some other sponsorships as well. So let's talk a little bit about what this ride is for.
Well, it's for Hoops Children's Family Hospital, which is at Cabell Huntington Hospital. And it's all part of the West Virginia Hot Dog Festival. Now, the West Virginia Hot Dog Festival is actually celebrating its 15th year this year. And that's coming up the last Saturday in July. And it's always the last Saturday in July. But a few years ago, the Hot Dog Festival Committee was brainstorming, trying to come up with new ideas to help generate some more money for this. A few years ago, I started riding my motorcycle. I've been wanting to ride one for a long time, and finally broke down, took the Rider's Edge course, bought my Harley, and a few years ago, like I said, the committee got together, and this was out of the brainstorming. This is what came about. You hear about golf tournaments and stuff like that. I haven't touched my golf club since I bought my bike. So I was like, I ain't doing a golf tournament. So kind of headed up a charity motorcycle ride. And it's not just for people who ride Harleys. It's for anybody who rides a motorcycle. I don't care if you got a Yamaha, a Suzuki, an Indian, whatever you're riding, you're more than welcome to come out and be a part of the charity motorcycle ride for Hoops Children's Family Hospital. And the nice thing about, the charity ride itself, all the proceeds from that ride go to Hoops Children's Family Hospital.
Nice.
At Cabell Huntington Hospital. So, yeah, just a little extra way to try and generate some extra money for the Hot Dog Festival and for the Children's Hospital, Cabell Huntington Hospital. So that's where it all came about.
That's great. So the beneficiary being the hospital.
Yes.
Folks who want to ride in this, what's in it for them other than a great time?
Well, we get. So it's about a 100-mile ride. We went and did the pre-ride a couple of days ago. Just go out, check the roads out, make sure there's no construction or a big pothole that we're worried about. So pre-ride's been done. We're going to leave Black Sheep Harley Davidson. We'll leave there May 4th, which is a Saturday, about 10 o'clock. We're going to do registration at 9 o'clock. And then what we're going to do from there, we'll go do the ride. We'll stop about halfway, let everybody off their bike and stretch, get gas if they need to. And then we actually ride back, and we'll end up at Stewart's Original Hot Dogs on 5th Avenue. So we end up there, and then we'll be there for probably about 45 minutes to an hour, maybe less. But Stewart's provides free lunch for everybody that's a part of the ride, whether you're a driver or a rider. And then we have some door prizes. We give away some really nice door prizes, too, over the years we've gotten. I know Black Sheep always donates a really nice prize. Stewart's, they give everybody free lunch that day. Plus, I think in years past, everybody's walked out with a free gift certificate to come back and have free lunch again. So
Awesome.
price-wise, it's $20 per driver. Rider, and then if you have somebody that you do two up, somebody goes with you, it's an extra $10. So that includes a T-shirt as well. So T-shirts are in. We've got all the T-shirts. We haven't done a pre-registration in the past. We're still not this year, but something we're looking. Committees talked about. But a lot of times, people they wait till the day of to see what the weather's going to be like as to whether or not they're riding. So, but it is May 4th. It's a Saturday. 9 o'clock registration will start. And, I believe they're planning on a 50-50 drawing, too, this year. So we'll be doing that as well. So prizes, a great ride, free lunch from Stewart's, a chance to win some money on the 50-50.
And I heard something about maybe Armstrong fronting one of these door prizes
I
as well. There's a
believe so.
possibility
Yeah.
we may have something in there as well.
I know somebody there real well, so that helps out.
And we've been part of the Hot Dog Festival for many years and worked with
Yes,
iHeart for a long time as well.
Yeah, you guys, I believe almost every year you've come out, you've filmed the actual Hot Dog Festival for us on the day of.
Our producer, Doug, he's very good.
Yes, great guy. He comes out, like I said, every year, films it. You guys show it on your community channels for us. We appreciate that. I know the hospital appreciates it. It's just it's a great event, and to see where the hot dog festival from the first year to where we're at this year for the 15th year, and the number of people that attend the hot dog festival, even the years we've had rain or a chance of thunderstorm, people still come out because they know it's for a good cause. It's just it's a really cool event. And the wiener dog race is at 12 noon. So and I'll say this. Keep this in mind. The hot dog festival itself is always the last Saturday in July. No matter what year it is or whatever, that last Saturday in July you can make your way to Pullman Square and come down and eat a few hot dogs and watch your wiener dog races.
And a variety of other wild activities
Oh,
that you're
yes.
only going to find there.
Yes. Hot dog eating contest,
Yeah.
root beer chugging contest, the pooch parade. There's going to be some wrestling there. You always have the car show. The inflatables for the kids,
Yeah.
It's amazing, that the number of hot dog vendors that are in our area, and they all come out there and they all support this great cause. And I believe, this is the 15th year, but in the previous 14 years, over $200,000 has been raised for the Hoops Children's Family Hospital from the hot dog festival. That's a lot of hot dogs.
It sure is.
You start doing the math, you're eating a lot of hot dogs to raise over $200,000.
No doubt.
And in 14 years, so
kind of on the theme of the bike ride itself,
yes.
I understand that the check will be presented during the festival as well.
Yes.
From the ride.
Yeah, that's what we've done in the past, and that's our plans this year as well. Is
Awesome.
We have the ride coming up on May 4th, which is the first Saturday in May. All the proceeds that we earn that day, that we take in. People, even if they're not riding. I know I got an email the other day from a lady who, her and her husband, their daughter had spent some time at Hoops, and she emailed me wanting to know more information about the ride and stuff. And I sent an email back, said, "You going to join us?" She says, "No, we don't have a motorcycle. We just want to make a donation." And I was pretty impressed that somebody would that doesn't even ride, that is willing to make a donation to Hoops through our charity motorcycle ride.
That's
So
so
I was
awesome.
I was tickled to death about that. So and anybody that's interested in donating or becoming a sponsor for the Hot Dog Festival ride or the Hot Dog Festival itself, you can email me, Jim Davis at iHeartMedia.com. If I can't help you out, I'll get you in touch with the people that can.
What about social media?
Facebook, we're there. Twitter, we're there. It's all WestVirginiaHotDogFestival.com is the website. Same thing. If you're on Facebook, just go there. West Virginia Hot Dog Festival. You can find us on there as well. You get information on the ride itself, the Hot Dog Festival schedule of events. I know it starts early that morning, like 8 o'clock with the 5K bun run, and it actually ends at 9 p.m. that evening. That's something we actually did new this year. Last year we did something new with the Hot Dog Festival. We used to end the festival about 5 o'clock. And last year we tried something new. We actually had the bands play at 9 o'clock. And with that, people stayed. And so we were, excited that, that we were able, and we actually, we saw an increase in the money that we raised for the for the Hoops Children's Family Hospital. So plans are to, start 8 o'clock in the morning with the 5K bun run and go till 9 o'clock that evening. So, and here's something else too that we try to do. I don't know if people have noticed this, but I'll share it. All the bands that play at the West Virginia Hot Dog Festival, the last few years, the committee decided to stick with local bands. Mm-hmm. There was, a time a few years ago that the person that was booking the bands, they were trying to get, bands out of Nashville or something like that. And the committee decided to say, hey, let's get local bands. This is the West Virginia Hot Dog Festival. Let's do what we can to try to keep the bands from the West Virginia, Southern Ohio, or the Eastern Kentucky part of this region. So that's something we've tried to do as well, is to keep the bands local. So that because all the money stays here, goes to the hospital locally. And we thought, these bands that were coming out of Nashville or something, we were paying a good penny for them. So we decided that let's, try to get some local bands, pay them. Nobody's, it's hard to find a band to play for free, but we do appreciate them. They most of them come in at a discounted rate, and so we appreciate them doing that. Yeah, so that's something we try to do is, with it being the West Virginia Hot Dog Festival, stick with the bands based out of this area.
That's great. Do you want to talk about any of the specific groups that are playing this year?
Well, those contracts have not been signed.
Okay.
So we have talked to a few of the bands that have played for us in the past. So we have talked to, we have a booking company now that actually took over for us last year in booking the bands for us. And they have, I've been in conversation with them as to what bands played last year and which ones are fan favorites or local favorites. Basically, you try to find bands that are going to bring people out. So I don't want to drop any names just yet. But, yeah, we're in the process of, putting, pen to paper and signing some contracts and nailing those down.
So just expect a day full of super awesome entertainment,
Yes.
really good food,
Yes.
a lot of fun.
I can tell you this. I do know one band that will be playing, Tri-State Stars, which is also another fundraiser that the hospital does. And what we did last year, for the first time ever, the person or act or group that won Tri-State Stars is the opening band for the day.
Oh, awesome.
So that's something we're doing now every year. So whoever wins Tri-State Stars gets to be the very first band that plays at the West Virginia Hot Dog Festival. So, and that event was a couple of weeks ago. So
Very cool.
that band will now be opening up for the Hot Dog Festival last Saturday in July.
Awesome.
Yes.
So are there any other details you'd like to talk about with the ride or the actual festival itself?
Well, so for the ride, I'll just refresh everybody's memory. It is Saturday, May 4th. Registration's at 9 o'clock. We will be leaving the dealership at 10 o'clock. It's about like 100 miles, but I'm guessing a 2.5 hour total ride with a stop for everybody to stretch.
What about rain? Is it rain or shine?
Yes, it rained last year, and we rode. So the year prior, we had to cancel because it was just too much rain. If it's going to just be like a little shower or whatever, then we'll let's don't even go down that road. Let's hope we get sunshine. Yeah, it's going to be beautiful.
Saturday.
Worst case scenario, if it's just a torrentious downpour, we will reschedule.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and we'll cross that bridge when the time comes.
The chrome and paint all cleans up, right?
Yes, it does. It does. Yes, it does. So, the journey will start from Black Sheep. We're going to end up in Kentucky for a little bit. We will end up in Ohio on our way back. And then, like I said, we'll end up at Stewart's on 5th Avenue with lunch there. I'm guessing we'll get in about 1 o'clock is what we'll get in. So I know I had a lady email me about what time we would be finished because her son's got a prom that evening and she wanted to make sure she was out. I told her everything should be wrapped up by 2 o'clock, if not sooner. So anybody worried about late afternoon or the Kentucky Derby, which
Right.
will be racing about 6 o'clock that day, you'll have 4 hours to go home, take a shower, get cleaned up, and get to whatever Derby party you have to get to.
And ride your bike there.
Absolutely, yes. And the Hot Dog Festival, it said, it's coming up. It'll be the last Saturday in July, this year, July 27th. It starts at 8 o'clock that morning with the 5K bun run. Opening ceremonies are around 10 o'clock. And it just goes all day long. You have the wiener dog races at high noon. Do not miss those. Those are the biggest attended event that day. You got the car show. Wrestlers are going to be there. Hot dog eating contest, root beer chugging contest. Events they've had in the past with tricycle races for the kids and stuff. So there's something going on all day. Plus the entertainment, the bands that we have. So there will be something going on all day long. That's on July 27th. So, yeah, it's just a great cause. You're raising money. And I'll tell you what, if you've never been to the Children's Hospital over at Cabell Huntington, the Hoops Family Children's Hospital, go over and just say, I'd like a tour. I mean, once you tour that place, you'll be amazed. And you won't realize how nice of a children's hospital we have here in Huntington, West Virginia.
It's a real gem for this tri-state.
Yes, it is.
It's amazing.
It's absolutely gorgeous, and the money that's being raised from things like the Hot Dog Festival that's going in. I went over there when they first basically started construction, and they had construction going on that the kids, the hospital was already being used, the children's hospital, but on the other side of the hallway, construction going on, and the kids didn't know it. It was like soundproofed, and to see what they've done in the past few years is amazing. You know, it is absolutely, and you know, a good friend of mine works over there, and she's a nurse, and she's a bike rider, and her, you know, they're excited about the bike ride this year. They're going to be involved. She's involved, and you know, it's just and you know, I mean, she can't get into great details about, you know, or any details about what's going on over there, but you know, she's got a tough job, you know, and some of the, you know, heartbreaking things that happen with kids there, and dealing with life-threatening illnesses and stuff. But yeah, there's you know, great people like her and other people that work over there, and you know, it's just the hospital. I mean, you want a tour, go over and ask. I believe they'll give it to you, and then once you take a tour, then you know, you'll want to be involved in helping raise money somehow. So it's pretty amazing.
Awesome. Well, Jim, we certainly appreciate you coming out to talk about both the ride as well as the festival, all to benefit, again, just a real gem in our region, being the Children's Hospital.
Thanks for having me, Shane.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it. Yes, thank you.
So for Armstrong, I'm Shane Finster. Make it a great day.